People keep asking me if Seattle is dying. And honestly, I get the question.
The Millionaire's tax in our state promises new revenue for critical programs, but it could also convince wealthy residents to pack up and leave Washington.
That's according to a report from the Association of Washington Business. It found the state's employers are...
The headlines make it sound like everyone's packing up and heading for the exits. But here's what the headlines keep missing. This isn't an exodus, it's a trade. And if you understand what people are actually trading for, that tells you everything about where Seattle real estate is heading right now. Welcome back, I'm Marv. I'm a native Seattleite, born and raised, and I'm a licensed real estate broker here in Washington State for 20 plus years. If you're new here, living big in Seattle is all about what it's really like to live, buy, and build a life in Seattle and surrounding areas. Now, here's the interesting part about today's topic. I've been having this exact conversation with clients almost every week, and I wanted to get it on record before the market shifts again. So, if you're thinking about buying, selling, or just trying to understand where things are heading, stick with me. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that button right now. I've got a lot more coming on this. All right, let's get into it. So, is Seattle really losing people? The honest answer is more complicated than a headline. Seattle has actually grown in population recently, partly from housing growth, partly from international migration. People are still moving here. For tech, for jobs, for the lifestyle. But at the same time, domestic migration is telling a different story, meaning people who already chose Seattle are now reconsidering. And I think I know why, because I hear it from clients all the time, longtime locals, people who loved this city, quietly saying, I'm tired of fighting this. I want a driveway. I want a yard. I want to walk my dog without staying on alert. Now here's the interesting part. They're not moving to Texas. They're not moving to Idaho. Most of them are moving 20 to 40 miles in any direction. And that shift is what's reshaping the entire regional market right now. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room, taxes. For a long time, Washington had a powerful identity, no state income tax. That was a massive draw for high earners, entrepreneurs, tech workers, and investors. But don't worry, I'm not here to make this political. I'm just going to tell you what's happening. Washington now has a capital gains tax at 7%, with an additional rate that pushes it to 9.9% above $1 million in gains. And starting in 2028, there's an enacted 9.9% income tax on income over $1 million. Though that one may still face legal challenges. Most families aren't making over $1 million a year. I get that, but here's why it matters, even if you're not. When high earners, founders, and business owners start reconsidering Washington, it doesn't just affect luxury homes. It affects job creation, business investment, charitable giving, and the overall confidence people have in the state. Whether you like these taxes or not, they are now part of the decision-making process for a lot of households, and real estate always follows people's decisions. But here's the thing, the move to the suburbs isn't just about taxes. For most families, the bigger driver is just daily life. They want parking. They want grocery stores that feel easy. They want neighborhoods where kids are riding bikes. They want parks that feel clean. They want schools they feel good about. And the pandemic changed the math permanently. If you're only going into the office 2 or 3 days a week, living farther out suddenly makes a lot more sense. You give up a shorter commute, but you gain a different kind of life. That's why places like Bothell, Snohomish, Lake Stevens, and Woodinville are becoming genuinely competitive options. Not just affordable fallbacks, real choices. For a lot of people right now, that trade feels worth it. Quick pause here. If you're finding this useful, hit subscribe. I put out regular content on the Seattle market. What's happening in these neighborhoods, what it means for buyers and sellers, and things you won't hear from the headlines. It's free, and it's the stuff I wish someone had told me years ago. Okay, back to it. Now this next one surprises people. Bellevue and Kirkland aren't where people go to save money. They're where people go to buy a better version of daily life. Bellevue has become a true second urban center. Jobs, luxury condos, restaurants, office towers, and easy access to both Seattle and the East Side. Kirkland brings waterfront lifestyle, walkability, and real neighborhood charm, but with a completely different energy than Seattle. And the market reflects that. Recent Redfin data showed Kirkland at a median sale price of around $1.375 million in March 2026, with homes selling in about 13 days on average. 13 days. That's not a slow market. That is a market that knows what it wants. These are not cheap alternatives to Seattle. They're premium alternatives. And the people buying there, they're not trying to save money. They're trying to upgrade their daily life. Then you have Bothell and Woodinville. And I'd throw Snohomish and Lake Stevens in here too. This is where buyers often get more for their dollar. More home, more yard, more breathing room. Bothell especially isn't just one thing. You've got downtown Bothell, Canyon Park, North Creek, Maywood Hills. Older homes, newer construction, quiet pockets that feel completely different from each other. Woodinville gives you wineries, trails, and that slightly more rural feel while still staying connected to the east side. And for families, that combination is hard to beat. Snohomish County as a whole continues to show strong demand, with Realtor.com recently reporting a median listing price around $769,900. Not cheap, but next to Bellevue and Kirkland, it can feel a lot more reachable. For a family that wants space, good schools, and a calmer home base, Bothell, Woodinville, Snohomish, these are very compelling right now. So, what does all of this mean if you actually live in the Seattle area? If you own a home in Seattle, this shift matters, and not in a panic kind of way. Seattle still has powerful demand in the right neighborhoods, but buyers are more selective now. They're not just comparing your home to the one down the street. They're comparing it to what they could get in Bothell, or Kirkland, or Shoreline, or Lake Stevens. That means presentation matters more. Outdoor space matters more. Parking matters more. The feeling someone gets the moment they walk through your front door, that matters more than it used to. In this market, sellers can't just rely on the Seattle name. The home has to make the decision feel easy. If you're buying, stop asking, should I live in Seattle or the suburbs? That question is too broad. Ask better questions. What do I want Monday through Friday? Do I need walkability? A yard? How often am I commuting? Do schools matter? Do I want waterfront, trails, acreage, or a neighborhood coffee shop? Seattle, Bellevue, Kirkland, Bothell, Woodinville, Snohomish, Lake Stevens, they're all good for different people. The mistake is choosing based on reputation instead of lifestyle. So, is there a Seattle exodus? In some ways, yes, but I think the better word is shift. People aren't just running away from something, they're moving towards something. More space, more calm, more control over their daily life, a place that just feels like home again. And that's what real estate has always been about. Not just bedrooms and bathrooms, it's about the life you're trying to build. If you're thinking about making a move in the Seattle area, buying, selling, or just trying to figure out which community actually fits your life, I'm here. I'm a native Seattleite and real estate broker, and my goal is simple: help you make a wise decision, not push you into one. Drop your questions in the comments. I read every single one. And if this gave you something to think about, share it with someone who's on the fence about Seattle. I'll see you in the next one.